live to our night of pay-per-view action. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California, the site for our championship fight. 12 rounds of lightweight action between these two great warriors. Nate Campbell's unpredictability belies his ring walk focus. He is ready for action. Ellis's ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nate Campbell and his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, the Mongoose Ellis.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You know what to do. Let's touch gloves.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight.
Teddy, most of the fighters that you train throughout your career are guys that could be described as this, guys that really will bring it and are able to do it throughout the whole fight and go the distance. What's the mental makeup of a guy like that?
Confidence. He's been there before. He's sure that he can do it.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. He missed with that headshot. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. And he's able to put his punches together. That's a nice looking combo.
Well, that's the benefit of 2 and 3 instead of 1.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Able to counter that attack. Able to dismiss his... Oh, that's gotta hurt. Nate Campbell stunned, and he is hurt. Campbell counters back. He went from almost being knocked out to being right back in it. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. He comes back with the left hand again.
Ellis's last round is a good example of what can happen when you just stay active. He threw more punches, he landed more punches. You can see the punch stats here, and it really paid off for him.
Yeah, what's that old saying? With great power comes great responsibility, and with great punch stats or high punch stats comes danger sometimes. Well, I made that one up. I don't know if there's actually a saying for that. But that's where you got to be careful. Yeah, the punch numbers are real high, but the more you throw, the more chance of somebody catching you as you're throwing. He has to be aware of that.
And there he counters back against his opponent. Good work with the combination, putting his punches together, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it is paying off. You know, the first couple didn't get there, but he caught him on the back end.
What have you noticed with the champions that you've trained through the years that's a common approach they all have to training?
Well, Joe, they found out, if not at the beginning, as time went on, what really causes pain in that ring. And believe it or not, it's not the punches, because they find out that anything they have to deal with is only for a moment. You know, whether it's for a certain amount of rounds, whether it's for a 3-minute round, but it's a 20-second, 30-second, 10-second moment and that anything they had to deal with those punches, if they make the choice to submit and they give into it, that those punches really at the end of the day didn't hurt nearly as much as what's going to happen the next day when it's over with. They're going to realize that they would have been past that in a few seconds, in a few minutes, but now they have to live with the memory of knowing they gave in. And that doesn't go away. That stays there today, the next day, and the next year.
Oh, Nate Campbell's almost out of it there. He was stunned. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Ellis has got to think about defense after being swollen in that last round.
Get the compress on this. Let's work on the swelling. If we work on the swelling.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Ellis is starting to swell here. Nate Campbell with a block punch. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Blocks it away. Ellis is now at a point in this fight where his defense is going to become crucial. He has to protect that eye. The swollen eye is getting worse.
Yeah, he does. He has to be cognizant of everything. He needs anything out there that he can use for an advantage right now. He's got to position himself where his opponent can't get into the place where he can throw punches towards that bad eye, towards that blind spot where he has no vision. He's got to keep the fight where that good eye is always...
Wow! Nate Campbell's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Nate Campbell. Not able to connect with the uppercut. Campbell counters back. 10 seconds to go in this third round. And we come to the end of the round, and he really got to his opponent that time, Teddy. He stunned him.
Oh, he stunned him. He's hearing a little tweeting going on, a little singing from the birds in his head.
Gets rid of that body shot. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Halfway through this round. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Carries that punch away.
He's tired.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. He missed with that headshot. on the mark. Double jab. Ellis is back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forth.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport, and especially in this sport, such a difficult sport, is, you know, the biceps, the physical things that you see, you know, the chest, the back. You know, this guy's got the strong muscle up top, you know, over his shoulders, in between his shoulders, his brain. And that's why he's picking his spots so well. That muscle is serving him to win this fight right now.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Ellis is doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Great movement to get away from those punches. Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, the other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used, one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
90 seconds to go here in this round. He comes back with the left hand again. Nate Campbell sitting here wondering why he's getting hit so much. How about this? You're not moving your head at all.
Well, how about don't wonder about it? You weren't taught that probably in the gym. You didn't work on that in the gym. Well, it's not going to come to you suddenly when you're in the arena.
A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Ellis is going about his business just the way you want to see him do it. He's just boxing smart throughout this fight here in these middle rounds.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're a guitar player, keep strumming that nice melody with the guitar. Don't try to play the drums. You know, don't hit those cymbals. You know, just keep pulling those strings. He's pulling those strings beautifully.
Good, strong combo.
Don't fight this fight. Jab and move. Time. He's got nothing left.
Over the hump, the back end of the fight now begins.
Keep working the jab.
Punches and bunches. It worked out well there with that combo.
Yeah, you know, the early punches set up the late punches.
Ellis is staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside.
Teddy, I know he's up on the scorecards here. He's got to be up on the scorecards, but he is getting really pushed here.
Yeah, he is. You know, this is a development fight. This is a fight where you come out of it and you get better. That doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes you just get another W. He is learning.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Nate Campbell's now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like standing out in a rainstorm with an umbrella and all of a sudden the wind's coming and the rain's coming from the side and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covering up. The punches are coming from the side. They're coming from all angles. You're going to get wet.
You're not always protected. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Ellis is doing a great job right there on the inside, smartly landing shots. Ellis' opponent is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by accident. You know, that's his temperament. And he has that kind of temperament. If you went out with the guy, you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets them go when he thinks he should.
Oh, and you can see now he's starting to target that jab with more and more confidence. Good counter punch by Nate Campbell. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Nate Campbell.
Don't stay in one spot, circle.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one.
Double up on that jab, just finish off with a hook, okay? One, two. Don't worry about it.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Nate Campbell's got to deal with a cut cheek. He's getting him into position there. You can see him backing him up against the ropes. Good work with the combination, putting his punches together, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it is paying off. You know, the first couple didn't get there, but he caught him on the back end.
Ellis is giving us a taste of some of that athletic ability, that hand speed right there. Good combination.
And his opponent, though, now is going to have to show us that he can do something to sort of, you know, adjust to this, to counter this. And that's going to be controlling range and timing, because he can't match up with the physical hand speed.
very nice, smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Ellis is putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter. And the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
Ellis is doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there, he's way up on your scorecard.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight. Everything he likes.
Nate Campbell's now in a spot that many fighters have faced numerous times, and that is, how do you deal with seeing your own blood and knowing that you have incurred some serious damage? Look at that cut around the eye.
No, for a fighter to be able to move to the top, he's got to be tested in a lot of areas. Sometimes the test comes when he's hurt. He's hit on the chin. He's dropped for the first time. Sometimes the test comes when you drop the other guy and he gets up and he comes at you. And sometimes the test comes in the form of a cut. When you see your first blood, when you see it, that it's your blood, how do you behave? We're going to find out right now.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Ellis. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
Ellis is in complete control. Teddy, way ahead on the scorecards every which way, isn't he?
Yeah, every which way, and especially the most important way, I think, is that the fight is in his kind of pace. It's a fast-paced fight. It's an outside fight. It's exactly what he wants, not only to be ahead, which we think he is, but to stay ahead.
Don't worry about it. Just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this level.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Holy cow! Ellis is tagged by a right hand. Nate Campbell's gone down. Oh, wow, what a shocker there. after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Able to get rid of that one. One minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. Blocks that belt line well. Good looking two-punch combination there. And the round comes to an end. We did have a knockdown in that round. Now, Teddy, if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to a sense, I make sure that he's clear and everything, and then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas so he can correct it, and he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch.
Block punch by Nate. Good job staying away from the danger there. Ellis is well conditioned to the realities of this harsh business of boxing. But even though we know what we've seen out of some ringside scorecards through the years, I'd be shocked if everybody doesn't have him ahead in this fight right now.
Yeah, but never be shocked in this business because you never know with these blind judges sometimes. I hate to say it that bluntly, but time and time again, you just get shocked.
It's over. The fight is over. Ellis has got himself a stoppage win. Technical knockout, says the ref.
By way of TKO, your winner and still champion of the world, the Mongoose, Ellis.
Ellis is your winner, and that means still champion of the world.
A flawless performance.